Hello everyone. In this video we will talk about sexuality, and this video will form a base of various further videos on the sexuality, just like primary amenorrhea, different sexual disorders, genotype female, phenotype female, everything. And this is a very important knowledge in this video. I want your kind of attention in this video. Thank you. Let's start. The sexuality is the thing that what the person thinks himself or herself. For example, some person is there and he or she wants to be identified as a male or female. This is the basic sexual thing. Along with this psychological sexuality, there are two different another type of sexuality, either genotypically or physical phenotypically. The first thing is the genotypical. What is genotypical sexuality? It defined by the chromosomes. If the chromosome is XX, then genotypically the person is female. If the genes are XY, then the person is genotypically male. That's easy. The problem arises in the phenotype. There are two types of phenotypes: physical phenotype, psychological phenotype. As I already have discussed, psychological phenotype is the most important thing. That means that the person wants to be identified as a male or female. It is irrespective of genotype or physical phenotype. For example, there is a person who wants to be identified as a female. But genotypically, if you do their karyotype, and the genes will come XY, genotypically the person is male. The person has sexual characteristics of female also. Just like he or she has a vagina, clitoris as a genitalia, and secondary sexual characteristics like breast development is not there. The high pitched voice is not there. There is a deep voice. Facial hair is present, but still that person wants to be identified as a female. So what is important? Genotype, physical phenotype, or psychological phenotype? The psychological phenotype is the most important. If the person wants to be identified as a female, then he or she is a female. Now let's talk about some different things. For example, physical phenotype, here we are considering, is basically dependent on two basic characteristics: primary sexual characteristics and secondary sexual characteristics. Primary sexual characteristics includes genitalia. The genitalia developed in the intrauterine life. So if the newborn baby have a penis and scrotum, then the baby is considered as a male. If the baby has vagina like a structure, or a vulva like a structure is seen instead of penis and scrotum, the baby is considered as a female by the parents and the society. But genotypically we don't know it is a female or male. Genotype you only can identify by doing karyotype. Karyotype is the investigation of choice for defining the genes. That is either XY or XX, 46XY or 46XX. But again, genotype and phenotype has no relation at all. It can be a phenotypically female but having male kind of genotype. So this thing is a primary sexual thing. Secondary sexual characteristics comes at the time of peri-puberty, before puberty, during puberty, and after puberty. There are some very basic characteristics I am discussing is a breast development, high pitch voice, it defined as a female. And the deep voice, facial hairs will be defined as a male. So these are the secondary sexual characteristics. Now, what is important for the clinicians? What is important for a clinician, surgeon, and endocrinologist? The person thinks himself or herself is the most important thing. If the person wants to be identified as a female, then she is a female. What is changed and what is not changed? What can be changed? Genotype cannot be changed. Genotype cannot be changed. Psychological phenotype cannot be changed. What can be changed? Physical phenotype. Physical phenotype we can change. If the person has male kind of genitalia and she wants to identify as a female, then there is a surgery which converts this kind of genitalia into female kind of genitalia. There is a sexual surgery. There is a sex change surgery. But what is important? Psychological characteristics. How to change a male into female or female into male? By doing hormonal change and doing anatomical transformation by surgical procedures. So this is what we can change. Physical phenotype. What we cannot change is genotype and psychological phenotype. So this will make the basic of another videos that are upcoming. Now I want to talk about androgens. Androgens are the hormones which makes change in the physical phenotype. For example, if the androgen are in dominance in the intrauterine life, the baby will be having male kind of genitalia. If the androgens are having dominance in the peripuberty life, then the secondary sexual characteristic will be make as a male thing. And in some disorders, if androgens are in abundant amount but they cannot make an effect because there is a problem in androgen receptors, then also the baby will be having female genitalia and female secondary sexual characteristics. So androgens is a main point or center point of thing when we try to change or understand the physical phenotype. The another thing I want to talk about is the Mullerian products. The Mullerian duct or the paramesonephric duct is present in both male and female initially. We all know this thing. And the Mullerian duct makes the uterus, the tubes and the upper vagina. What makes Mullerian duct present or absent? This is only and only AMH, which is secreted by Sertoli cells of the testis. If the AMH is present, then the Mullerian duct will be inhibited. So there will be no uterus. If AMH is absent, then there will be development of Mullerian ducts. So the person will have uterus. So presence of uterus is not defining the person as a male or female. Uterus is a sole property of Mullerian ducts. So if Mullerian duct is developed, uterus will be there. If Mullerian duct is not developed, uterus will not be there. It is not dependent on the sex. It is dependent on the AMH, which is secreted by Sertoli cell. So having uterus or not is not directly connected to the male or female type of sexuality. It's just a part. In male, most probably this thing will be inhibited, so uterus will be not there. But that doesn't mean that uterus is the sole or main point of defining a person as a female. So these three things you need to understand first. In the next videos we will make videos on in the next videos we will discuss about primary amenorrhea, different disorders like congenital adrenal hyperplasia, and psychological disorders of male and female. Thank you.